It's Friday, Friday. You know that's your favorite song.
All right, Grant.
All right, don't you roll your eyes at me. Don't you?
All right, Grant.
don't you ever roll your eyes at me again.
All right, Grant.
Are we live on that that Facebook?
Let me check, Grant.
On that TikTok?
Yeah, we're live on Facebook. I'm looking at your ugly face right now on it.
Are we on TikTok?
God.
It's like Adonis.
Hmm. All right, copy link. Let me check it on X.
Speaking of X, there's too many XXX on X.
Shut the fuck up.
Like literally every time I log in, it's like a porn. It's like ass. They gotta get a handle on these porn bots.
Yeah, they do. All right. Let me go to this. YouTube is
live. I already saw it. I checked it already.
Let's see. Post live on YouTube. Live now on YouTube.
Are we live on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Are we live?
Yep, we're live.
Are we live?
We're live. We're live on YouTube.
Are we live? Like a DJ. It's not like a DJ over here.
Oh my God, shut up. All right, then let me quote tweet this on X.
Let me quote tweet this. It's like a nerd. God. God.
Grant.
Let me quote tweet this.
Live on X. Let me repost and pin to profile. Thank you. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to.
Are you being fucking worthless and you're being a worthless shit? Worthless shit.
Waiting for you to start the trailers because you're over there.
I don't have any trailers today.
Oh, okay, that's fine. What then?
I have one thing I want to show.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It's like an exclamation point. I got one thing and one thing only.
I got one thing I want to show.
Don't do your jaw like that. It's like a meth
I'll do my
addict.
jaw however I fucking want to.
It's like a meth addict over there.
No. I'll do whatever the hell I want to.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
All right, Grant.
What?
You ready?
I'm ready.
No, you're not.
You're
not ready for this podcast because you're not ready for this game that we're going to talk about today.
First of all, I am the game.
No, you're not. You're not ready for this game because you said you're going to download it today.
I am. I'm downloading it this evening as soon as we get off this podcast.
You'll play it probably in 2 months from now when you finally get a fucking TV.
No, I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it on the tube TV. Don't matter. Don't care.
That's what you're gonna do, Grant?
Don't care.
No, you're not. All right, you ain't ready for this podcast, Grant. You ain't ready for this game. You just ain't ready, dude.
I'm just not ready for life, am I?
You just ain't ready for this, dude. All right, so what we're going to do during the pre-podcast talk, which we're doing now, I'm going to play you a clip.
Okay.
Now, if people are still wanting to play Clair Obscur, this isn't a spoiler, but you'll see this at the very beginning of the game. It's a trailer. Yeah. Well, it's more of a CGI as a cutscene. Once you play the beginning for a little bit, you'll get this cutscene. But so if you don't want to see it, just mute us or just close your window for a little bit.
You want to see it. You want to see it.
What?
I said you want to see it. I'm talking to them. You want to see it.
Oh, yeah? You're talking to them?
What do you think I said? Did it sound Spanish to you?
I thought you were saying you want to see it, like me. I mean, I played the game, Grant. I'm playing the game.
It did not
You're
sound
not.
like that.
You're not. You're not.
You're
just
like, oh,
I haven't played video games, but I'm going to do a gaming podcast. That's what I'm going to fucking do.
Only thing I know about
be on a gaming podcast and I play video games.
Only thing I know about is Pong.
All right. So let me share my screen. This is going to be the only thing we watch for the pre-podcast. Then we'll get into the actual podcast and go at it.
Oh, go at it.
I see you're apprentices.
Oh.
Gustav!
What?
Here, Sophie asked us to bring you your coat.
We sewed up the sleeves so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. You really should have done this ages ago.
You did this?
Gentlemen, that was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
Soph.
Dude, doesn't that look like Robert Pattinson?
I said that 3 podcasts ago. You're like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I said it looks just like him. I thought that's who it was. I said it.
Thanks, guys.
No, you
This
didn't.
is-
You know
this
I
is
said
great.
it.
Thank you.
No, you
See
didn't.
you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not.
Like, I literally thought that's who it was, doing the whole everything.
Before we, I wonder if they originally had him as the voice actor, but something
So-
happened. Like he couldn't do it.
Is
So
this
they
the one
still-
that Charlie Cox is doing? Is this him?
Yes,
or?
that's
Okay.
him. That's who. So I wonder if they like originally had Robert Pattinson as
I don't know,
the
because it looks just
character,
like him. I said that.
but he had to drop out because of like conflicting schedule. But they already created the character, so they went with Robert Pattinson. Look.
It's good. I mean, it could be.
All right, anyway,
It
let's
looks just exactly like him.
What? I know that face.
You mean a lot to them. I can tell.
Yeah, they mean a lot to me too. Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah,
You told me that.
right.
Why?
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
It looks just like him.
It does.
This too
The
is
music,
your legacy.
so good.
In a way. It's yours too.
So he's your main character?
Esti tornere marina, esti l'inaki soledad, dona l'ora tovla, alina. Sta surano taki, le noir, ton arrive.
Yeah, this is tight.
I'm here.
This is game of the year. I mean, let's go ahead and tell you. That's game of the year, dude. I mean, it doesn't. I can't believe
that is like you walk into the game and you're just like you start as him, right? And you're just like with your friends and you walk through the town and you notice this festival going on at the port and they're kind of explaining it a little
Hey, how about
bit.
you just let me play the game?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but anyway, but then you know, you're walking with like basically you used to date this girl, like you're in love still, kind of. You kind of like broke apart, but you're still in love with her. And I was like, I mean, why are they wearing these stupid fucking flowers? I didn't understand the concept. And then you get there, and then it shows that cutscene. And when I saw the people disappearing, and I saw they were wearing flowers, like I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
she's about to fucking die.
yeah.
And then and they do that little like, you know, end game or Infinity War vanish.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But that's not even the. You go there and then you.
But let's save it for the podcast. Let's play it for the podcast. You're excited. You're overly excited. Let's
wait for the podcast, dude. This podcast. Okay, if anyone has, this podcast is about Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
And how this is about Clair Obscur.
Your excitement's on a 10.
We will
relax.
We will talk about it probably most of this podcast.
Probably all of the podcast.
All right. So you ready to get into the podcast?
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by the man who Gustav is based off of, my boy Ed Phillips. What up, my boy?
Yeah, you're about right there.
No,
right.
No, I just lied to everybody.
All right, Grant.
I said I didn't. Did I say Gustav? I meant Corky.
Okay, Grant. Let's go over the docket real quick. We're going to talk about gaming news for a little bit, and then we're going to talk about Clair Obscur. Then we'll talk about Clair Obscur, and then we're going to talk more about Clair Obscur.
Sounds good.
And then we're going to get into our regular subjects such as DGR, Top 10, and Random Game Roulette, which besides the Random Game Roulette, all of them are going to kind of tie into Clair Obscur. All right, Grant, let's go over our gaming news real quick, and then we'll get into the rest. So let's share our bookmarks, and I don't think we have too much to end the week.
I mean, there's not much besides releases other than that. You know,
so
there's not
let me
really...
share our X real quick. And let's get going.
Oh, look who we started off with. Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. All right. So Ubisoft.
Imagine that.
Ubisoft they face a fine for hidden data harvesting. And I think they what did they have to pay out? Like almost $100 million, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the conversion is, but it's probably somewhere around
Yeah,
that.
it's around $100 million. So but I'm sure the Ubisoft shields will find some way to defend them. I just, I'm still dumbfounded on how these people defend these AAA game studios consistently.
Like they literally have stolen your data,
but they'll be like, "Oh well, it's not that serious.
It's not
They
that
only
big
got
of a
your
deal."
credit card numbers and social.
They're going. They sent me a $5 gift certificate to the Texas Roadhouse. I love them. I'd actually take it though. They sent me a $5 gift card.
Ubisoft continues its downfall. We're going to talk more about kind of what happened today.
Hey, would you be upset if they sent you a gift card, like a free appetizer from?
I mean, I'll take it. I mean,
A free blooming onion from Outback Steakhouse.
I need more than that, dude.
What do you want? Was it the shrimp on the Barbie? What is it called? The coconut shrimp.
Yeah, I need more than that, buddy. I need more than that.
But you can be bought. I just have to find the right food.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, so yeah, Ubisoft. This podcast isn't about Ubisoft. Let's just keep going. I'm not talking about Ubisoft today. Sorry. All right.
Save that one until we go into.
Yeah. Well, hey, here's some good news. Sydney Sweeney is actually going to star
news.
in another movie. Another video game movie. Well, the other one's an anime movie, which is Gundam. But she's been cast in a live-action version of Split Fiction, a movie that is set to release probably in the next 1 to 2 years.
You know, it's cool because that game looks like would be a good movie as well.
It's very cinematic.
Yeah,
it is. It's pretty cinematic. I'm wondering who they're going to cast as the other girl. They haven't said yet.
Be careful.
What?
Don't put the Zendaya out there because.
No. But yeah, this is good. I like this. I wonder who else they would cast though. God, not fucking Zendaya. Don't say her name.
So here's the thing: is okay. You have to have like a yin and yang, right? But Sydney Sweeney is so hot.
It doesn't matter who you cast as opposite.
I know, but I mean, here's the thing: is you can't have somebody just completely just butt ass ugly either. Like,
dude,
like you got to have somebody who's like
in that little outfit right there.
Yeah, I know. But Sydney Sweeney and who is like close, but also like a good actress. Like, don't say like Megan Fox. Megan Fox is not a good actress. She's just fine. Like she's not a good actress. She's just hot. Also, she's probably too old for this role. I don't know.
Ooh, Ana de Armas.
You know how many pervs would be in the theater? They don't even know what this game. They don't even know what this. They wouldn't even know this was based on the game.
Money this would make.
It wouldn't make a lot of money. They were like, "This was a game. This was a video game."
Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney. It's sold out, dude.
Oh man,
sold out.
There'd be a bunch of gooners in the theater. There'd be a lot of you'd see people sitting at the top of the theater. Yeah. Why is there so much space in the middle?
All right, did you know this?
What?
So the Oblivion remake is a Virtuos. They subcontracted out to Virtuos, so contracted out to Virtuos to make it, and it wasn't Bethesda.
I know. Does that kind of put a
not really mark? Because they did a good job, dude.
Well, they did do a good job, but I mean,
but they can't really take credit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
they can take credit for the original game. They can't really take credit for the remake.
Correct. What I'm saying is that's what I mean. Like, does that mean what's up, prepared artist? Can they? I mean, I feel like they're not sharing credit. Like, I feel like they're just kind of taking all the victory laps.
I don't know, but this company is starting to get hired out for. I'm assuming.
I'm sure
they got some more remakes coming.
Yeah, well, I would, for the love of God, and I meant to bookmark this, and I don't know. Did you bookmark the Resident Evil thing?
I can't remember. What are you talking about?
Okay, so there's a spoiler thing. This could be news. It doesn't matter. It was like the signs from like the village signs from Resident Evil 4, like the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, is this a sign for Resident Evil 9? For the love of God, Capcom, give us a breath of what? Why are we doing this? We'll never get. I'm to the point we'll never get another Breath of Fire remake or nothing.
We aren't. Anyway, let's keep moving on. We have more important stuff to talk about.
Resident Evil.
All right, so Ghost of Yotai releases on October 2nd. That's the official release date. There's your prices: $70 for the standard, $80 for the digital deluxe. Then you got your collector's edition. Pre-order start on May 2nd, so a week from now.
Do you think it's overhyped? The people are making a big fuss out of her being a activist and all this other shit.
I mean, that's the actress. I don't know how they write her, dude. It's always dependent on how they write her in the story.
Correct.
Like, make it natural and just making a natural story.
I mean, I'm saying, do you think people make too much of a big deal of that? Well, just because she said something on social media that,
I mean,
as long as they don't bring it to the game,
it's just justified though sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Especially if they do bring it to the game.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying is that they don't bring it into the game.
As long as they still got the core staff that made Ghost of Tsushima making this, I'm really not too concerned about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to bring politics into the mix, or make her into like a, woman power samurai. Hopefully they make it a natural story and make her a legit badass.
She could be riding on a they/them horse.
Oh God. We already tied this. That's it. That's it.
Slow news, dude.
All right, Grant. I want to show you a few things before we share the other stuff. All right, let me share this image real quick. So our main subject today is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We're going to talk about it quite a bit today.
Which I'll be downloading later.
Yeah. Anyway, Grant, I'm going to share this with you.
Don't you brush me off like that.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Grant, they've already posted their sales.
Imagine that. That's incredible. Ed, how many people worked on this game?
33.
33,000?
33 people.
33 single individuals.
Yes. And this is their first game.
And it sold how much? I can't see those numbers. Does that say 500,000 in one day?
500,000 in 24 hours.
Now, if you would do so kindly, what are the Steam numbers?
Oh, the Steam numbers?
Yeah. What are we looking at there?
Let's see. Let's share this real quick.
I'm just trying to do a little.
But Grant, you can't compare Steam numbers. It's a single player game. Most people are playing on consoles.
Oh, God. But 3 million.
Most people play on consoles, Grant.
Call me when they get 3 million, Ed.
PC players don't play games on. They don't play single player games on console, Grant.
Oh, God, call me when you get 3 million.
All right, this game
51,000 right now.
Right now. Now we haven't hit the weekend yet. Tomorrow is going to be the real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's already hit 71K. It is
71K.
It has already beaten Assassin's Creed Shadows in the 24 hour for all time. Well, not tenfold. Assassin's Creed Shadow. Well, right now it's currently tenfold, but we're talking about new release now. Yeah, let's be fair. Don't do that shit.
Okay.
All right. So Assassin's Creed Shadows hit right above 60K. That's their max on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
This game, first game this studio has ever done, 33 fucking people. They hit 71,000. With now, let's reminder, there was a shadow drop of Oblivion remaster.
That's true.
Which Assassin's Creed Shadows did not have any competition when it released.
That is true.
It had Xenoblade Chronicles X, but that was only on Nintendo.
Only on Nintendo.
This went against Oblivion, and now today, Days Gone remaster.
That's true.
Okay, so you have two major drops that this game is competing against on PC. All right.
What does that say up there? Reviews?
It's 92% on fucking Steam, dude.
I can read it, dude. I'm just being facetious. Yes, I can.
92% on Steam.
That's incredible.
And right now, it's a 92% or 92 on Metacritic.
First of all,
after 60 reviews,
we saw this game last year at the State of Play.
And
remember that?
We said it was going to be fantastic.
Was going to be an amazing game.
You can use your fucking eyes and common sense.
It's like we could see into the future, man. Does anybody need lottery numbers for tonight?
But anyone could have just looked at that game and be truthful to themselves and be like, this is going to be a fantastic game. Grant, another thing on this thing is, did you also hear about this? You know, they're going to rename this game Actually, this game. Do you know what the original name of this game was going to be called?
What?
Let me show you what the original name was going to be.
I'm probably delayed, but that's okay. My vocals are on point still. It'll catch up.
Will it?
Yeah, it will.
Or will it, Grant? All right. Here you go. Here's the original name of the game.
Final Fantasy, if it was 1999. That's what it should say.
Squaresoft is a
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see that. That's cool. That's great. But that's
All right,
true, though.
So let's talk about this. All right. This studio of 33 people.
Of how many?
Decided to 33 people, Grant.
Oh, God. I keep thinking you're saying 33,000 like Ubisoft.
Fans of Final Fantasy. They're fans of Persona series.
Mm-hmm.
And decided, you know what? We're going to make a next-gen turn-based game because we believe it can be successful.
And it could be good.
Yeah. And what they did was produce a game that is, right now, Grant, I have about 3 hours of gameplay. It is a fucking masterpiece.
A masterpiece, really?
It is a masterpiece.
Now, hold on now. I got to be contrarian here because the word masterpiece is up there with Final Fantasy VII. It's up there with Chrono Trigger. Are you saying that it's that good?
It is a masterpiece.
Man, okay.
It's going to go down as one of the best turn-based RPGs of all time.
I believe it. You know why? You know why I believe it? Because Square Enix, has convinced fans, for some reason, I have not to use my hands because I have to make the emphasis here, has convinced fans for the last 20 years that turn-based was dead, that nobody wants to play that anymore. Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what happened? This studio of 33 for the Spanish-speaking people, has made a masterpiece turn-based RPG, which is a blueprint, which is nothing but, again, don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just take the same wheel, put some new rims on it, right?
Yep.
Of what Final Fantasy needs to do going forward. But you know what? They're not going to. Because they don't have it in them. They can't do it. And the thing about it is Final Fantasy will go down as not being a name feared of RPGs anymore. It's going to go down as just another title. Because other companies are going to look at this and say, wow, we can do this too. That's all it takes. Well, we got some good ideas. We can do this as well. How about we make a turn-based RPG as well? Because Square Enix isn't going to. You know they're not going to. They want to stick to new and inventive. They want supersized eons and summons and 7,000 gigs of summons. Like, nobody wants that. We just want a good game, buddy. That's it.
Prepared Artist said, all devs need to do is make good games and
That's
sales
it.
will come.
That's it.
So does this prove that we don't need these bloated fucking studios anymore?
Exactly. It does. Exactly what it needs. It's
That
exactly what it
doesn't
means.
need a DEI section. It doesn't need all this other stupid resources.
It proves you don't need you can. It proves that if you had 10 really good coders and 10 really good people who like graphic designers, you can make a really good game. That's all you need.
At the beginning, before we started a podcast, we played basically a scene from near the beginning of the game that kind of gives you what the game's going to give you for the rest of the damn time. It's going to give you emotional storytelling,
Which was incredible.
Fantastic voice acting. I'm talking about Grant. This has to be one of the best voice acting games I've ever heard or seen with my eyes. It is amazing. Like that and the music put together, dude. I mean, even the combat when you're fighting things and they got the music just, I don't know how they timed it, but the music and it just plays so well together. Like they got everything perfect on the game.
Let me ask you a question. Seeing how this was done and stuff like that, do you think this makes a renaissance of smaller studios, of less people?
Is going to highlight the fact that you do not need bloated studios anymore
Correct.
to make games.
Because I believe a lot of people are held back because either one, they want to work for these AAA studios. The old thinking is, well, I need to work for Ubisoft because they're a big dog. You know what I'm saying? This shows that either A, I can start my own studio, or B, I could just get a group of 5 people who are really good, and again, start my own studio and let's make a game. I mean, not me personally, because I couldn't do it because I'm not a coder or a designer.
So, Clair Obscur, like, as you guys are aware, Square Enix said turn-based. They went away from turn-based. They said gamers don't want turn-based anymore. Well, they obviously do. From 24 hours, this game sells 500,000 with the competition it went against. It broke Assassin's 18,000 fucking employee studio, Ubisoft, with Assassin's Creed, with millions and millions of fucking promotion behind their game. This game beats them at where it is right now. At its start, they beat Assassin's Creed Shadows. They didn't have all the fucking marketing of the WWE. They didn't have all this other fucking shit.
No.
And yet these 33 people can put together a game like this and tell you that you don't need 1,000 people working on a single player game. Well, technically, Assassin's Creed Shadows is actually online too. If you think about it,
You don't
it's
even need
technically
50 people.
online.
Yeah, it's true.
You got to be connected to the internet. But this game, dude, I mean, I already know what score I'm going to get. I'm not even fucking. I barely played the game.
You can give your review right now.
I could really give my review right now because I can just tell in the direction of this game at the beginning and where I have.
Let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you this before you go any further. When was the last time you felt like this about a game? Like, what was the last game you played that made you feel like this?
I would have to say Lost Odyssey.
Okay. You got to go way back.
Well, I mean, it really is because the Lost Odyssey was one of those things that wasn't heavily promoted, made by a very small team, and it pushed the boundaries of RPG genre or turn-based genre.
Yeah. And
it's considered still today one of the greatest turn-based RPGs of all time, even though it only was released on Xbox. And the story, gotcha. It had one of the greatest RPG stories there still today also. And the dynamic, and this was the first time you got to see dynamic turn-based like scenes going on in the background, and like it was just very dynamic. Like things were just happening while even in fights and like turn-based combat. I mean, it was crazy looking at the time. It was really good looking. And I was, that made me like, wow. Like, did I just find this game out of nowhere? Because I didn't hear much about it when I got it. And I felt like, man, this is fantastic. Now, since we knew this was coming out, and we were saying beforehand that, how we said it was going to, we kind of gauged, man, this is going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
Did I think it was going to be as good as what I played so far? Did I think it was going to be this good? No. But it is that good.
Yeah, well, that's not your fault because we only saw like the same.
But the games that I knew were coming out, it would be Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on that level. I really wanted to play this game, just like how much I wanted to play Final Fantasy, VII. I wanted a PlayStation just to play Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
This is like I'm not playing any other fucking games. I'm going to play this game immediately when it comes out. And that's kind of like the same feeling. But man, let me tell you, dude. You saw that beginning, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just one little beginning scene. There's some other shit that's like, wow.
No, I can imagine. Back to and this is a Clair Obscur episode, not a shitting on Square Enix. But let me ask you a question, because this does correlate with big studios. When was the last time you were excited about a Square Enix project? You know what I mean? Like, you could say Final Fantasy 15, that's fine. Or 16, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was really excited about 16. I thought it was
but I guess what I'm saying is like, it's kind of like, because you remember when they used to come out every year with it, like, oh man, Final Fantasy 9 is going to be tight. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait. You know what I mean? When's the last time you felt like that about a Square Enix project? Like, oh God, I can't wait for this game. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's hard to pinpoint it. I'm sure you can, if you took really a lot of time to think about it.
I mean, I could kind of say 16 because Creative Business Unit 3 was developing, developing, and and you were thinking, oh man, they saved Final Fantasy 14. Obviously this is going to be good. And don't get me wrong, the story was fantastic.
Yeah. We're not shitting on the game. We're not shitting on that. We're not at all.
I mean, overall, it was a cool game. It just didn't. It was missing those RPG mechanics. You know what I mean?
And
but I would say like real time, it'd be Final Fantasy 9. I mean, that's as far as because everyone was looking forward to Final Fantasy 9 after 7 and 8. Because they were on a roll, dude. Like Square was just like bam, bam, bam.
Exactly. And again, this is not like we're shitting on Square Enix is a great company. We're just saying like they've lost the magic that they used to have. And we hope games like this help them find the magic, man.
The thing is, dude, Square Enix is they're coming a big company. They're trying to do all sorts of types of games. They're so spread out. They're trying to focus on other things. They got Final Fantasy 14 online still going on,
Yeah.
They don't have like, those people they can grab, and focus on the special, because Creative Unit Business 3, they used to be kind of like that. But now, they're kind of same thing. Everyone's all spread out. They need to like bring in their fucking core big dogs. When it comes to like producers, directors, designers, all their big guys, and like the best team they can possibly get, and go forward with the next Final Fantasy.
Do you think it's too late for Square?
I don't think so, dude. Because the good thing about this market is we have a turn-based now, as you see, that's next gen, a true next gen one here in Clair Obscur, and they can show you how to tell a story and have fun gameplay.
Yeah.
They're giving all these other studios out there, when it comes to RPG market, hey, here's the blueprint.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it? Now, what I'm saying in here, I don't mean like exact copy, but they gave you a revolutionary turn-based style RPG here in Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Now it's time to take this blueprint and expand upon it.
Yeah.
Make it better.
Yeah.
Even though it's already great how it is right here.
Oh, you could always improve it somehow.
Continue to improve this. Because turn-based is back. Like, this game proves turn-based is fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to play.
And I think what that's going to do is that's going to, like I said earlier, it's going to reignite a bunch of smaller studios to be like, all right, there is a market for it, because they've been convinced for so long that there wasn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could have told them that there was. I mean, these are my favorite type of RPG games. I don't like open world RPG games.
And where this, in fact, they can take money that they get from these, publishers and stuff like that, since they have a small team, and they can use that money for the game, for the voice acting, hiring these people, getting the right people to play these parts. And they just have money to work with. When you have these big studios with huge teams trying to work on a game like this, they have to pay all these employees and then spend a shit ton on advertising.
Yeah. And they always try to go after they pay 18,000 employees, and then they want to get Robert Downey Jr. to do the voice or whatever, and that's another 20 million or whatever. Look, guys, call me. I could do it. I'm cheap. You give me $2,000 and a $1,000 gift card to Chick-fil-A, we're good.
They'll pay you to fucking go away. That's what they'll do.
Hey, as long as I get that
Chick-fil-A, get the fuck away from
here. Look, here's your Chick-fil-A gift card.
Here's some money, bum. Get out of our studio. All right. Yeah, Square lost the plot. Prepared artist said they have.
Yeah.
They really have.
So let me ask you this: what would, and not just Square Enix, but RPG companies in general, what do you think they need to start doing going forward? Like, I guess what I'm saying, what can they take from
companies,
what can they take from this game? What can they, or not just necessarily say this game, this success of this small company? What can they take from this small company? Let's just take out the game.
Well, I think. All right, so Tencent, that deal with Tencent and Ubisoft, right?
Mm-hmm.
They decided to create a subsidiary.
Yeah.
Of core designers and stuff, grabbing people to make this special subsidiary to focus on their main IPs.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a smaller subsidiary compared to their, main offices out.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're trying eventually now getting the idea that they need to focus for their major IPs, they need to focus on smaller teams, but guys that are, have the credit and the skill and the work ethic, their best employees to be working in these subsidiaries.
So do you see?
You got to make dream teams, these small groups of dream team designers.
So let me ask you a question, and I guess this would be for the job market itself. Do you see, and not necessarily now, but in the future, do you see these bigger companies like Ubisoft, Bethesda, and so on start downsizing?
Well, yeah, dude.
No, I'm saying like downsizing, saying like, damn, if they can do it with 33, we can do it with. We don't need 18,000. We can do it with 1,000.
Ubisoft is on the. They're already on the path to downsizing.
Yeah.
So all these people are going to get fired, removed, and what's going to happen? All these people that do get fired, friends or whatever, they're going to start creating their own little offshoot, smaller companies, right? Independent game publishers or game studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when or what you might have is these guys, what we saw with what's their name, Archetype,
okay,
Entertainment, right? The guys who are making Exodus, all right,
yeah.
They were a core group of friends that were part of BioWare when they made Mass Effect 1, 2, and Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like how everything was being ran or how everything was going, so they left. And some of the other friends followed suit, and they all came into this other studio, smaller studio, core, OGs pretty much. Guys who were have a great track record, great resume, and everything like that. And they made their own studio. So you want to have that, and that's what you need.
Yeah,
and you'll get better. You'll get more competition from these smaller studios that spawn up from these bigger ones. You're going to have a lot more competition, and it's going to put like red notices on all these major publishers.
That's true. And also on the other side of the coin, it gives opportunity for these companies who want to make their political games. There you go.
Let them do it.
Let them do it. You have the free right to do that.
Yeah, that's what Prepared Artists pretty much said. Instead of political messaging and all the stupid shit they like to add in games nowadays.
Yeah,
focus on plot.
Yeah, let's hope they need to.
All right, let's go back to our X real quick.
All right. Oh yeah, good.
All right, let me share. All right, bookmarks.
Can't believe it, dude. So how long you think it takes for them to get to 1 million? Next week?
Next week. Yeah, they'll be at 1 million.
Incredible.
Because it's the game started to catch on now.
There's only
everyone's seen the review scores. Everyone's talking good about it. All your YouTubers are talking great about it.
I'm not going to name any names, but there is one game that hasn't released their copy sold yet, and I'm not going to say who it is.
We already know. Everyone knows Ubisoft.
But for some reason, this company did it in one day.
All right. So anyway, the main Clair Obscur. Here, let me close this shit and stop screen share and share. Okay. Anyway, the main accounts on Twitter, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, they said we are currently the top reviewed game on Metacritic for 2025. So right now they are the front runners for Game of the Year. You don't even have to play the game; they are the front runners by review score.
Look at that, man! That's incredible.
And they kind of so many incredible games have released this year. Yeah, you guys are the best ones. They know it. Go ahead and just take your victory lap.
Yeah,
you don't gotta be humble about it.
They're trying to be humble, man. Let them be. That's good. You don't want people. You're gonna be like Shador Sanders in the second round.
Yeah. So this Metascore, there's who's Gaming Bible? Those fucking dumbasses over at Gaming Bible. Yeah. They gave it like an 85. I mean, they're a bunch of fucking losers.
What was the reason? I want to know what the reason was.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, IGN also gave this a 9. But he also gave Dragon Age of Velgar a 9. So they think these are the same fucking game.
No.
They're just as good as, this game, this masterpiece of a game. Okay, IGN, thanks for giving a 9, but it deserved a fucking 10.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a low Metacritic score for this game. I think it should be 95.
What, who gave it a 10 that usually wouldn't? What GameSpot give it?
GameSpot, I think gave it a. I think they gave it a 9. Here, let's look it up.
We already know that one company
GameSpot's-
gave it a 10. They gave everything a 10. Like I can
But
literally,
yeah, like you got some of these game companies. Like one game company gave it an 80. Like what game do you play, bro?
it's
What
not
game
enough.
do you play?
Wait, I'm sure there's political reasons behind it.
Yeah,
It's not diverse
GameSpot gave
enough.
it a 9 also.
It's shocking.
All right. I mean, listen, whatever, 9 or 10. You know, I guess you can make a case for a 9, of course. But I don't know, man. We haven't had a game like this in a long time.
Like you're so excited.
Dragon
about,
Age of Velguard was not it. Don't say that was a game that we haven't had in a long time, because that game was fucking. They almost had it, but they decided to go with their gendermancer ideas
Yeah.
and completely ruin the fucking fantasy in that
You
game.
can tell Ed really wants to play this game. Like he really wants to quit this podcast right now and go play.
I do. All right. There's more. Where's the other thing?
More Sydney Sweeney.
No. I'm talking about Expedition
it.
33. That was it.
That was
Okay.
it.
But yeah, dude. So we'll have our review probably maybe next Friday, maybe.
So you go have
mean,
that game.
I heard
You
this
go have
is
it.
like-
You go have it beat by the end of the week. By weekend.
Well, I mean, I'll probably have like the main story, but I don't really. I want to take my time on this game. I want to do all the side shit, all the hard bosses that you're able to do. I want to take my time on.
I ain't gonna have to like call the ambulance on you, huh? Nobody answers when you're not answering the phone or anything. I'm like, I need y'all to go do a wellness check over here at this man's house.
No, I still gotta go to work and all that shit. All right.
Do you though? Do you? You go
I
call
do.
in sick. You
Yes,
go call
I
in
do.
sick. You go be like, look, I
I
can't.
do.
You saw that guy real quick. You saw that guy called into work and he told him he was in the hospital. He was using his microwave. He was beeping on the mic. He was beeping using the button on the microwave to make it sound like he was in the hospital.
And plus, we're going to Legoland again this weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
You go be like, hey guys, I can't make it. Y'all have to go. You have to go to Legoland without me.
let me tell you, dude. Like the one of your main female companions, Lune, I think her name is.
Mhm.
She's an Asian-looking girl
Mhm.
that we from the pictures we showed up.
Yeah.
The last podcast, the Asian character. Dude,
She's badass.
she's badass.
That's
But
cool.
she's so, man, like just how they write these fucking characters, dude. It just
How's the magic looking?
it's
in the
just
game?
great
Pretty cool?
character development. It's just and she's sexy too.
Well, that's always a plus.
Yeah.
You're Gooner.
No, man, but like she's just naturally just a great character.
Gooner. That's what.
And Gustav is like kind of like he starts out like because he really wants to help one of these. I don't want to spoil too much, but he wants to help one of his because his sister that you'll meet at the beginning kind of gave him like, hey, you need to take care of Mel, which is your which is a 16-year-old girl. You remember from the pictures?
Yeah.
That he kind of treats like not really like a daughter, but you know, he wants to save her and protect her because he's going through some shit right now. But Gustav he's legit, but he kind of grows into like that leader. You know what I mean?
Who's the magic caster?
Lune.
Oh, the magic looks good and everything.
Lune. I think her name is Lune. What?
The magic.
Yeah,
looks
dude.
good?
Like
That's cool.
she can do. It's like a combo system for her, so she can do like ice flame that burns targets, but it's like you cast ice on the monster and she's able to put a debuff on the enemy and then cast fire, which actually will do more damage if there's an ice debuff on the character.
That's
And
cool.
then she can do another thing that does thunder, but then it hits harder if she has, you know, this, and this. You know, you've casted like ice, fire, and whatever. It's just constant like combo system with her. So it's like mixing and matching spells a lot.
Yeah.
Can like make her hit like a truck.
That's cool.
And then
like that.
you know you got these things called pictos, which are like, think of them as like glyphs you put on your character that
Okay.
you can level up, and then you get then you actually have permanently that skill that once you get it maxed
So it's
out.
kind of like materia from Final Fantasy VII.
Kind
in a
of.
way? Oh, cool. That's
And
cool.
then everyone can equip that once you have it maxed out,
That's cool.
unless you're having a character equipped as an item, just so they don't have to spend Lumina to, you know, access these passive buffs, I guess you can call
I
them.
got you. That's cool.
But there's RPG elements, Grant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
The mechanics are there.
You mean there's RPG elements in a game?
You know, not only did they write great stories and gave you good combat and turn-based combat, but they also gave you RPG mechanics that you can do all types of stuff with. And you know, you got weapons that you can find and different weapons it's kind of like a Souls game too. You know how you have letter rating for like vitality?
Yeah.
You know, like say, you know, you have a sword and it has a B in strength.
Yeah.
I mean, if you level up, put your attribute points in strength, it's going to go farther with that weapon.
I got you.
They kind of added that in there too.
So does this have attribute points that you put on?
Yeah. Every time you level, you have 3 attribute points, and you have I think 5 different stats or something like that.
So you can kind of mix and match. You can see every
based on whatever weapon you're doing, and then you can reset them too based off the weapon. So you know, different weapons will have like one will have vitality and luck. You know, like a C in luck and a B in vitality. You know, those will go a certain way. That's why you want to put points in those if you have that weapon. But you don't have to.
Can you steal like a thief? Like, you know, steal like
I don't know. I don't think so.
You ain't got that far.
No.
Like a thief.
Shut the
A
fuck
thief
up.
on there?
God.
Anybody a thief on there?
God, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway. But the biggest thing about the turn-based combat in this game is the reactiveness of it. Like flying enemies, you want to aim your gun. Like you in combat, in turn-based, you can free form aim your pistol at something.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, if you're playing Luna, then she's casting like magic or something. They have a ranged attack that you can aim during the turn-based combat.
That's cool.
And you can hit their weak points, Grant, with these aiming. You aim, hit their weak points, and you can like hit them for a lot of damage.
No.
And then you can go right into attack or a skill and then press some buttons to make sure those attacks do better. And then during this, Grant, when the enemy attacks you, you got to dodge and parry. So you can watch it kind of like, it's like technically like, I would say live action combat too at the same time, because when the enemy is coming to hit you, you're watching how he swings so you can dodge perfectly.
You know what that's
and
called?
You got to dodge and parry in this game, Grant. Like you got to. You're going to fucking die pretty quickly if you don't.
Oh, I've got my Elden Ring stripes, so I'm be good. You know what that's called though? You know what that's called? RPG mechanics.
Dude, I'm telling you, like this turn-based combat. I mean, they mastered it, dude. This is the best turn-based mechanics you've ever seen in a game.
For now. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets better.
Oh shit.
Oh, they're back.
It's Steam Boo.
It's our Steam Boo.
No shit. The best viewers on Steam Boo.
Stream Boo. I think they changed their name.
And blocked. All right. Poor Stream Boo. I thought they was Steam Boo.
I think they changed their name. I think
they changed their name to Stream Boo.
I think they got around it to get around your ban on them.
All right. So yeah, so turn-based mechanics in this. All right, I got to talk about this, dude. All right. Eventually, you'll get to the open world map.
Okay.
Open world, Grant. Oh no, not the big fucking open world. You have to explain. No, dude. The world map in this game that you're traveling around is probably the best world map we've ever had in an RPG.
Really?
Because it looks so good but you're not like, it's not huge. You know what I mean? Like you're not having to walk 10 minutes just to get the next fucking thing, right?
Oh, thank God.
No, it's like, think about your 16-bit Final Fantasy VI map when you're in the open area,
That's
right?
Cool. Yeah.
But imagine it just like, of course, next gen.
Yeah.
You know, all this cool things like water and lakes and waterfalls and enemies on the map that you can walk up to and attack.
It's cool.
And then get into a, battle scene. Dude, the world map in this game is flawless. Like it is perfect. It is amazing.
You mean it's not like Final Fantasy 14 where I get a quest in one city and I have to travel 7 continents over just to go turn it in?
No, man. It is because like you have the world map and you just like, in Final Fantasy 6, you go in a cave. Yeah. Well, you have instances you go to and you just go in there.
Oh, cool.
And then you have a whole new area that, like up close, you're, where all the, good graphics are and everything like that. Or what I would say, like you're walking around and able to explore. You go in those instances. But the world map is like your little mini open world area that you get to walk around and find items on the map and, fight monsters and stuff like that. But it looks so good, dude. It looks so good. And now we need to talk about the graphics on this game, dude.
Okay.
Those graphics are insane.
Well, you all right over there? Because you were. I ain't never
Dude.
said you. This is like you. It's like you got
Well,
into
you usually you gotta say tit for tat, right? Hey,
Yeah.
if it's going to have good gameplay, it's probably going to be okay on the graphics, or a good story and okay on the graphics. You get that with like Metaphor ReFantazio, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic story. Oh, graphics aren't that bad, but we don't really care about that. But they got the music in this game.
Well, you're excited.
Awesome.
Last
You got
time
the
you were
turn-based combat in this game. Awesome. You got the story in this game. Awesome. Characters are awesome. World map awesome. And then you go in these instances and you're just like, holy fuck. How can this be possible? How can they have such great graphics in these instances once you enter them from the world map? How can they be like that, Grant? How can they give you just a complete fantasy setting like that? Dude, I walked into some place. I'm in like an underwater place, but it's not really underwater. The water's like in the air, but it looks like you're in the bottom of the seafloor.
Yeah.
And you got whales like fucking up in the air, or in the water up above you. Like, it's insane.
Well, you're excited, boy. Last time you've been in.
Okay,
Look,
you downloaded it, right?
no, I ain't. I'm
You're
downloading.
going to be fucking just like me once you get into the world map.
It's gonna be tight. Probably not. It's probably gonna look different on my TV though.
Like, it's pure fantasy, dude. Like, it is pure fantasy. And the characters aren't like, like they make some girl that's like, oh, girl power.
Yeah.
I can beat everyone's ass.
No guy can ever come close to me.
You have these natural, beautiful, fucking awesome, empowering female characters that are so well written, Grant. And your main character, all your side characters. I mean, dude, they put a lot of people on fucking notice. This little 33-man team that made this game, they put the RPG industry, whoever's fucking making the next turn-based the next studio that makes a turn-based RPG, Grant, they fucking, no one is going to want to play anything else that is not better than this game. Because they're going to be so spoiled with this game that it's just going to ruin everything else for you.
So you said there was 33 people on this team?
Yeah.
So do you think that's what the name of the game is named after? Like there are 33
maybe
people?
Dude, I didn't even know this when we kind of got the concept of the story, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's been
this motherfucker's so excited he had to pop in a
listen.
pop in a nicotine patch.
Dude, so the story, there's been 67 expeditions before you go on yours in the story.
Mm-hmm.
And every year the paintress lowers the number. That means people can only live up to that age.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you saw those younger people that hit age 34 when she painted 33. Everyone else that was above 33 in age died.
It's just weird because that girl looked older, looked younger than him. I'm surprised she was older.
No, man. It's insane. And so that's why they keep sending expeditions, because they're trying to stop this from happening.
And they keep failing. I got you.
They're trying to kill the paintress. That's the whole point.
You know what? These people need to hire you to sell this game for everybody. Like, look, that's what they need to do, because you're like,
listen, I'm not lying to y'all. All right, go play the fucking game for yourself, and you're going to turn into a car salesman for it. I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you the dibs. Like, hey, I'm giving you the scoop here.
You need to do it like
that
Uncle
you
Baby
really
Billy.
don't need me to tell you. You can just go look at everyone fucking else that's played the game and what they're saying about it.
Mm-hmm.
That this is the gold standard of turn-based RPGs going forward. They are now the gold standard.
Yeah, makes sense.
So any other company, let's say Square Enix comes out with their next turn-based, their next gen game, they got a lot to live up to. they have to cap it because anyone that plays another next gen turn-based RPG, dude, they're spoiled right now.
Let me ask you a question.
And I just don't see Square Enix ever making a product like this in their current state.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question. So how soon do you think Square Enix comes out with their next turn-based, not remake, not remaster, a new turn-based RPG? You think it's gonna be the next game?
I think right now they're like, hold on, we're the fucking kings of RPGs. We need to get our shit together. Maybe. I hope they think like that. I hope your old veterans at Square Enix are like, fuck.
Yeah.
These guys just they just took us to the curb and just stomped our fucking skulls into the ground.
But as bad as here's the thing is, and this is true as well, as much as we hate the Ubisoft shields, their Square Enix shields are just as bad.
Well, see, it's called holding them accountable, right?
Yeah.
The studio's accountable. Well, Sandfall Entertainment, I think that's the studio's name that made this game. They're doing it for us.
Yeah.
They just put the entire game, or they put all those companies on fucking notice.
Yeah.
Look what we did.
Do you see a game? What's coming out that you think could potentially be on par with this game, as in like game of the year?
I am looking forward to that Tides of Annihilation, dude.
Oh yeah, God, I forgot about that too. Shit,
I am looking forward to that.
Oh boy, that's gonna.
But that can be like, it's a different type of game.
Yeah,
but
game of the year is game of the year. You know what I mean?
It looks very promising, right, from what we saw.
I forgot about that's coming out.
Like
this
the
year.
story, the characters, and like just
this is gonna be a stacked
the
year,
King
man.
Arthur fucking world, or like lore in it. And it's
When's
just
the last time we had a year like
and
this,
a
man?
Souls game, like it's put together well. I don't know, man.
Something like the late '90s. It was like this. That's what it feels like.
Oh, and like you can make a campfire on the world map too, anytime you want.
That's
you like
cool.
go into like this. It's basically an instance. Like you just, hey, I'm going to set up camp. Okay, anywhere on the world map.
Yeah.
And you go into this instance, and you get able to talk to your companions and stuff like that. Upgrade your weapons and all that stuff. But dude, even the campsite is like it has. You go over the cliff. There's the moon shining, and fucking there's a lake or water right there that looks fantastic. There's these glowing trees. I mean, dude, like the world. I mean, like I don't know how these motherfuckers did this. 33 fucking people made this game. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, we've had AAA studios just put all this slop out in fucking front of us and like, look at these graphics.
Yeah.
Oh boy, look at Star Wars Outlaws. Oh boy,
empowering she is.
Boring fucking gameplay. Stupid fucking story.
Look how powerful she is. Girl power.
You have the might of Disney and Star Wars, and you can't fucking sell a Star Wars game.
She doesn't need no man.
If I own Star Wars, I would give it to these motherfuckers over at Sandfall. The guys who made Clair Obscur. You guys make the next Star Wars game.
I have a feeling. So, I don't know. I feel like once you go to, there's gonna be a lot of pressure for the next game from them, though. Like
dude, every single one of these developers that's on this team, they need to strut. They walk that victory lap. Go ahead, pat yourself on the fucking back because you guys did it.
You want them to talk shit so bad.
Dude, I want them to fucking start lighting people up. I wish there was a shit talk on their team, but most of them I think are French, so they're probably not much of shit talkers.
They're probably just very humble guys that are very thankful.
Nah, there's got to be one shit talker on their team.
They got to need somebody like you on their team.
They need to hey, all these social media managers want to get all fucking woke and shit. They need to get a social media manager to start talking shit to all the studios.
There you go. They need you.
Yeah, they need to start trolling like Ubisoft and shit.
They need Elon Musk. That's who they need.
Yeah. But damn, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I mean, you saw the video we played at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's just one. All right. There's literally a little bit after that, a CGI scene that's like, holy shit. That you'll see a little shortly after that. I mean, this isn't like a little fucking corny love story. No, man. There's like, it's just raw.
Yeah.
It's raw. Like, it's like, fuck. Kind of like, holy shit. I actually like that guy. Well, he's fucking dead. You know? And there's funny, like when you're walking in the square before that scene I showed you at the beginning of the podcast, you can go to a store window and there's, because this guy's going on an expedition with your team. He's having sex with some girl in the store.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So the romance things in this game, they're there too. It's fucking raw.
It's not E for everybody.
Yeah, it's not. But man, dude, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna go play it after this.
You sound now you're starting to sound romantic about it.
No. But yeah, all right. So from my experience, I've only played this game for 3 hours. It's just fucking 3 hours, dude. And I'm talking like this. I don't talk about games like this. Like only ones I really like.
I don't think you talk like this, period.
And most of the time, I've already beaten the game when I talk like this.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And I'm not bullshitting y'all. This is a fucking masterpiece. This game will be in the Game of the Year selection at the end of the year. It's going to be.
Yeah. Here's how I know. Here's how I know Ed really likes a game. It's either two things. It's either he texts the shit out of me, or I hear absolutely nothing from him.
Yeah. No,
so far, he sent me every clip.
7-minute video. I sent you that clip yesterday.
He sent me every clip he's got.
I captured so much shit yesterday on my PS5.
I know. He's like, it's like I'm playing the game with him.
I know. Listen. But yeah. I mean, listen, I get Oblivion came out. Okay.
You'll play it.
Clair Obscur's 50 fucking times better than Oblivion, the remaster. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now.
Oh shit.
You have Assassin's Creed Shadows. People still might want to be playing that. Play this game. It's going to be 50 times fucking better. It's giving you story. It's giving you every fucking thing you need.
That's 50 times.
Everything you want in a fucking RPG is given to you.
That's good.
But not even that. It's giving you great character development. It's giving you music. It's giving you emotion. Not a fucking dead soul or, a husk of a game. What else? Dude, I mean, this game's better than, I'm talking about games that are kind of different genres and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to enjoyment, this game's better than Monster Hunter Wilds.
No damn. Oh, that's big. Is it better than Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now, dude. This game is fucking legit. Now, maybe not the longevity of Elden Ring, right? Because you can, the open world vastness, different types of games, but comes to enjoyment and excitement and what you're looking forward to things happening, it has it by a long shot.
Prepared Artist got a question.
Oh, no. So the beginning, there's a scene, but you hear it. Prepared Artist, you hear it in like a storefront. You hear them. It doesn't show anything, but you do hear it. And it will be okay to stream that as long as it doesn't show anything. And it doesn't. It doesn't show anything. You can romance certain characters in the game, which I haven't gotten to yet. But that's going to be down the road. There's nothing that you cannot stream, Prepared Artists. So far, at least my 3 hours of playing. Yeah, you should be good. Before we move on, all right, I think that's it. I don't know.
I literally think if you I think you run out of words. Period. I think you've said every word in the Webster dictionary about this game.
Uh-oh.
And 2, your camera cut out. Thank God for that. We're excited about that. Oh God! Now you just ruined it.
Huh?
Now you're stuck. Now you're frozen. It'll catch up.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back here shortly.
Lord.
Shit. Oh, sure.
No, he's back.
All right. Yeah. Oh.
But you're just speechless.
But I said, listen. I said it was raw, right?
Yeah.
Like how you find out what happened to your expedition members after you land on the beach and you see the scene that's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you start finding your some of your expedition members and they're like how they got killed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fucked, dude.
Damn.
Like, you'll see. I don't want to go too.
Nah, I don't understand.
But it's crazy. Like they weren't shy to give you like this little fluff of a story. They go raw.
Good.
They go pretty raw on the story. They're not afraid of death,
That's good.
and they're not afraid of attempted suicide. Just warning there for people playing this game. There is a scene near the beginning. There's attempted suicide, but no suicide. Put it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap up our main story. We're going into our next segment, which is, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's the Disgruntled Gamer Rant.
No. Sure.
And speaking of this, we're going to go back to...
Oh, I didn't mean to put that up. That's for
I
later.
know.
That's the...
I already know it's going to be a terrible game. I have no high hopes for that. So
the subject is, why did Square Enix get away from turn-based games?
Correct. And
like,
I think
what is wrong with them?
Here's the thing: is I think that, and I'll say this. What was the first away from turn-based game? What do you think it was? Final Fantasy? What?
I mean, truly, it was Final Fantasy 12. Well, 12 was on the verge, right? Because it had the Gambit system.
Yeah.
It could be like he had the setting for it, but truly away from it, I would say Final Fantasy 15, right?
Yeah.
Because 14 was technically kind of turn-based in a sense. It was an active gauge combat.
Yeah.
Which, you had before that too. But like Final Fantasy 15 was really an action RPG.
Which
now you had settings that you could make it seem like a turn-based, but it really wasn't turn-based.
Yeah.
Even after you did the settings.
It's kind of like they try to put some training wheels there just in case that you wanted to, you know what I mean, but not fully. But the thing about it is, one, that game's terrible. Final Fantasy 15, that is. And I feel like that game came out what? 10 years ago, probably.
15? Yeah, man, it's been
a while.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, it's been 9 or 10 years.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah. Which tells you that, we've only gotten one Final Fantasy since then.
All right, so let's go step back a second, though. They've had turn-based games, but they've been remakes or they haven't been mainline games. They haven't been like mainline Final Fantasy games.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And they said themselves that, turn-based, the players don't want that anymore.
Which is stupid.
They do, obviously, now.
Yeah, obviously.
But anyway, so Square Enix is like, I don't know where they're at as a company anymore. When it comes, like, they have Creative Business Unit 3, which is good. It's a core team that's, how it saved Final Fantasy 14 and brought us 16, which is a great story, but it wasn't turn-based. We say this all the time, RPG mechanics wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool story. I kind of like, I like the combat. It just wasn't Final Fantasy-esque, right?
Yeah. And
it's really like, they're focused on this remakes and like how they brought back, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, remake. They're good games. I thought they were great games, bringing you that magic of Final Fantasy and opening up those worlds that you didn't get in the original game, right? Opening up the personalities, the story, all that stuff, seeing it in a different light. I thought it was great. But you can take remake and rebirth and put those two together, and Clair Obscur is better than them.
So
not turn-based games, more action combat, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point here. Like, they're getting away from turn-based when they don't have to.
So let me ask you this: What would you say? Could it be possible? I should say, if they do it, and I could see it, if they take the Final Fantasy IX remake and then add the turn-based elements to it.
Whatever Square Enix does going forward, Grant, they have to copy this studio that
Yeah.
just dropped Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to start copying them.
Yeah.
They have laid out the groundwork for the future of RPGs.
I agree.
And they are the turning point, I believe, right now. Currently, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is the turning point of future RPGs. They are the stone. They are the stone. Your guidance stone. Your compass. Right?
Yeah.
They're the compass now. Now everyone needs to find their way into making something like that and expand upon it, make it even better.
Yeah. And there's always room to make it better. So it's not like I don't know, man. I just Square Enix got to get back to back to basics, man. Back to basics. And if they really wanted to get back to basics, then what they would do is they would do a remastered version of like Final Fantasy VI. You know what I mean? Something. Well, I guess you couldn't really do it without being a remake.
I believe they should make a separate. They need to make it, and I'm not talking about Creative Business Unit 3 because they're so focused on fucking Final Fantasy 14 and online and shit.
Or just a new title.
They need a new studio. I'm not talking about like big studio. I'm talking about like a subsidiary or something that they bring in. Just bring in an elite team, and this part of Square Enix going forward is the one creating the next mainline Final Fantasy games.
Or if I was
and they
Square
focus
Enix,
on that.
if I was
Instead
Square
of
Enix, I
spreading
would
their
buy
company
this.
around, working on the fucking Tomb Raiders, the fucking they're so fucking spread around now, dude.
If I was Square
on
Enix,
so many different things now.
look, if I was Square Enix, I would buy this company. I'd give them millions of dollars and be like, "You're going in charge of our RPG unit, our RPG games."
They gotta buy them from Kepler Interactive though. That's their producer. I mean, that's their lead company that kind of run their publisher.
Everybody's got a price, man.
Yeah.
And it's not like Square Enix has got.
And I love how Ubisoft, little fuckers. Was it Ubisoft? No, it was the Square Enix account, Final Fantasy VII account on Twitter.
Oh damn!
They did like a little thing, a little congratulatory, not to Sandfall.
Was it like a little backhanded?
They did a congratulatory little tweet to fucking Kepler.
Hmm.
They didn't make the game. Sandfall Interactive did.
A little backhanded compliment.
But it was kind of weird. Like, why did they do that knowing that they're not the core team behind the game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That is crazy. That is weird. You find
the developer is Sandfall Interactive. That is who made this game. Sandfall.
Okay.
Interactive. But they gave it to their, gave a congrats to their publisher. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Thank you for publishing the game. Good job.
Yeah, publisher is Kepler Interactive. Like, fuck you. No, Sandfall is the one that fucking put the work into this game.
And that's why you want them to be arrogant.
Yeah, I do want them to be. I mean, like, I did a tweet by, like, fucking, we're the kings of turn-based now, bitches. That's what I want to be. I want to be petty as fuck. I mean, really, like, Square Enix is no longer... Dude, Square Enix should have made a game like this. They used to be the trendsetters.
Yeah, well, they could have.
Same thing with Blizzard back on action RPGs. They're the trendsetters, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Square Enix turn-based RPGs? Nope. You're not the trendsetters anymore.
Yeah, Blizzard lost whenever they got booed at
Mobile. The guy was like, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
No, dude,
All those shields in the back were like, "Oh, get him off the mic." But he was right.
He was right, and they had to kick. I'll never forget that, dude. That was the funniest thing.
The next Blizzard convention, dude. BlizzCon.
He said, "Yeah."
They announced Diablo 4.
Yeah, he said. My first question is this a joke?
And you saw how like stupid those guys on the
He was
panel
like,
looked. They're like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah, dude, that was great.
Yeah, that guy, he was right too.
Yeah, he's
100%
right. Of course, he's right.
But yeah, so Square Enix isn't the gold standard in RPGs anymore, or turn-based RPGs.
No,
It's
not anymore.
Sandfall Interactive now.
Yeah.
They are the gold standard. Everyone should be copying them now, going forward. You know, I'm not even just turn based. I'm just RPGs. Period.
Yeah.
Like open world RPGs is fucking. You don't need them.
They're
You really
annoying.
don't. You don't need open world RPGs.
Like, and this is the thing I talk about.
I'm not
like,
talking about I'm not talking about your Elder Scrolls or those types of games, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I think
talking
those
about
are
like
the only
open world, like turn-based RPGs. Like they try to make. It's technically kind of a sandbox, I would say, but like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake, that's more of a sandbox. But you don't need big fucking maps.
I think
like
the
that.
only thing that needs open world are like D&D type games. You know, D&D, you know, stuff like that. Like, here's the thing is, I can do without no more open world Zelda games. I promise you I can. Like, I don't want any more open world Zelda games. I just don't. Like, if they decided not to make another one, I would be okay with that. Like, not everything needs to be open world.
So we've had so you know, if anyone tells you turn based is not going to sell games, like turn based RPG is not selling games. Okay, well, these past 2 years, fucking Baldur's Gate 3, now Clair Obscur. What's the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head, but gamers do want turn based RPG.
Yeah, they probably want it more than open world. They just don't have a choice because you keep giving them fucking open world games.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't know. That's our disgruntled gamer rant.
Yeah, that's the disgruntled gamer.
They weren't really disgruntled enough. But the thing about it is, because I just think that this game, you were so excited about this game, I don't think you can get angry enough.
Dude, did I tell you how awesome Clair Obscur is?
Oh man, I don't know.
All right,
If you could change one of your child's name to Clair Obscur, would you? Is that how good it is?
You know that means like Twilight in French or something.
Oh, so it was Robert Pattinson who played in Twilight.
I mean, damn.
There it is. You could go up to your son and be like, that's no longer your name anymore. Your name is now Clair Obscur.
It's the artistic use. It refers to artistic use of contrast between light and dark in a painting. Hence the paintress and all that stuff in the story.
It's like poetry in motion.
But it's cool name. Anyway.
God, you're going to have your dog's name that next dog you get.
I'm going to call him Expedition 33.
God, I'm like, get that shit out of here.
Call him 33. No, all right. So next subject, top 10. All right, Grant, to lead on everything, which we talked about this podcast, our top 10 this week is the top 10 turn-based RPGs.
Top 10 turn-based RPGs.
Yep.
These are pretty simple, so we should be able to blow through these. I mean, a lot of them we've already talked about a lot, but this is strictly just turn-based only. So you'll probably hear a lot of ones that we've put in our other categories, but hey, so be it. Shut up and love it, right?
Yep.
All right, am I starting it off?
Yep.
This can really be any color. So let's go with number 10. My number 10 is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, the originals, and green.
Red, blue, yellow, what?
You know, just like the original ones for Game Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like Pokemon Red. It's like the one with Charizard and and Pikachu.
Oh yeah. What'd you like about them, Grant?
Well, no, they were great games because that was the first game where you actually had to like go and catch the Pokemon.
Look at that. Squirtle, Charizard, and Pikachu.
No, I had the Pikachu one.
Is that Squirtle? Yeah. No, is that the?
Come on, Ed. That's Blastoise.
Yeah, that's Blat. Yeah, I was about to say.
Whoa, Blatploy. Would that kick you out of a Pokemon convention? Hey, get him out of here. Get this poser out of here.
I know,
Boo
right?
this man.
Oh, dude, you ever seen Ted? Was it Ted 1 or 2 when they were at the convention? And the girl was in the car and she called like Darth Vader Captain Kirk or something.
That's you.
All right. My number 10 is
you're freestyling, huh?
Huh?
You freestyling? You got a list?
I do got a list.
Oh, okay.
My number 10, I mean, I just said it, is Xenogears.
Nice. Okay.
Which is turn-based.
Yep, it is.
Turn-based with a combo system. But we're never going to get a remake to this
Nope,
or
we
anything
don't.
sequel. We're not getting
Nope.
anything. It's dead.
Nope.
Square Enix ain't going to fucking touch it. And if they
So-
do touch it, they'll fuck the story up some way.
They
And
will.
yeah. Anyway, can't
Number
have
9?
religion. Can't have it. Can't tell that story anymore.
What did you say? God, get it out of here.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Number 9, Lunar Silver Star Story, PS1.
And
Now-
speaking of that,
This
We
I
got
know
the
they got the
remake.
yeah. So this would be kind of like a Clair Obscur because this was a revolutionary game. This was the first one that had like the pure anime style with the movie, and I mean they had like all kinds of stuff with it. You know what I mean? Like this was like a really in depth game.
yeah, it was. It was actually really fun too.
It was actually good.
Yeah, great story too.
Yeah.
All right. Grant, my number 9 is Lost Odyssey.
Ah, nice. That's my number
We
8.
actually just talked about that. That's your number 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lost Odyssey, is, the way the turn base in this game, like how it did revolutionize turn base, but this is kind of what the feeling I get when I play Clair Obscur. Like this is another holy crap, not a mainline studio like Square Enix
Yeah.
that you're so used to, or your other studios that are known for RPGs like Atlas and stuff like that. This studio dropped the Lost Odyssey out of fucking nowhere. It ends up being one of the best turn-based RPGs of all time.
It's good.
But here, let me post a picture. Go ahead.
That was my number 8.
There's your number 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next rant is for me. It's going to be actually 𝐶𝐿 2. The reason for this is because 𝐶𝐿 2, I mean, you had 𝐶𝐿 1 before that, but 𝐶𝐿 2 was really like, I mean, just a mass amount of characters you can have. And I just think, when it comes to turn-based and like all the different, choices you had in the game when it came to characters, is just something that, only these games have.
Yeah.
You do have some others that are like spawning out that aren't 𝐶𝐿, that pretty much are copying 𝐶𝐿 though. Recently, but these games are like, I mean, they're really one of a kind. And if you guys haven't played 𝐶𝐿 2, well, you got the HD remaster on Nintendo Switch now.
Yeah. All right, number 7. This is probably some people's favorite game out of the series. It's not mine, but it is number 2 for me in the series. But it's Breath of Fire 3.
Yep.
Breath of Fire 3 for the PlayStation 1. I remember when this game came out, dude. This game was great. Because it's just coming off Breath of Fire 2. The upgraded graphics ish. I mean, it wasn't like super updated, but they were good enough. They were really good. I don't know. The story was great. Everything was. The characters were great. I'm trying to think. I can't even remember who was the tiger. Like he was like a tiger.
Tiger guy with the twin blades.
Yes.
Oh, he was cool.
Yeah,
He was a
he was
cool looking
awesome.
character.
I can't remember their names. I'm sure people were like yelling, "Yeah, it's such and such." Get off the podcast. You don't know his name.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
But this is, what was this, number 7, right?
It's number 7. Yeah.
Yeah, number 7. Breath of Fire 2 is my number 7.
Yeah. I got Breath of Fire as well, but 2 is further up.
Yeah, Breath of Fire 2, man. I love the designs of the
Mhm.
dragons, the main character. I mean, overall, it was just a fantastic RPG. And why we don't have an HD 2D remake of this yet is beyond me,
Yeah.
or anything, or even a Breath of Fire 6
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck. Another Breath of Fire, something. Capcom, I know you love Resident Evil, but fuck, come on.
Yeah. They love Resident Evil.
But yeah, Breath of Fire 2, great dragon, cool looking dragon transformations, cool looking fucking main character. It was just an awesome game. Good story too.
Yeah. Okay. Number 6, Dragon Warrior. Really, Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? I kind of put them all, or Dragon Quest for people call them. I mean, because they're, man, besides the story, I mean, they're basically the same game. I mean, it was different. It was a different view. Remember, the view was different for these games.
Yeah, you saw enemies up
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
You didn't see your character.
Exactly, and I thought that was different because you're so used to the Final Fantasy
Yeah.
look and stuff like that. But not only that, it was just the the RPG elements of having to basically click on everything. Look, you have to click on it. Look, you know what I mean? Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, these. I mean, I would just put Dragon Quest and / Warrior
Yeah.
in general. All of them have been pretty. I mean, yeah, pretty much all of them have been pretty good games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. My number 6, Grant, is Octopath Traveler
Nice.
1 and 2. I guess you can
Okay.
say. I just think these are great games.
Yeah.
Like, I liked how how the storytelling was and how everyone kind of their stories linked up towards the end there.
Yeah.
And I think at the time we were missing a game like this, right?
Yeah.
Because we had some of the remakes or HD 2D remakes yet. We had Octopath Traveler 1
Mhm.
before we had those HD 2D remakes. The HD 2D remakes came because of this game. If people don't realize that. Because everyone wanted, because what Octopath Traveler did was give you the kind of like that old school look, but like a pixel, like they just the flashy pixels and stuff like that. It was just a different
Yeah.
look, right?
Mhm.
And that's where eventually HD 2D remakes came into play.
Yeah.
Because this game kind of jump started that everyone wanted to play these old school looking games again, like
Yeah.
that look like Final Fantasy 6 and all that stuff. But what they did was smart in this game is made the combat kind of the combo combat and like the very unique characters with their skills and how you can mix classes. I mean, they did a good job on these.
Yeah.
And pretty good stories too. All right, Grant, go ahead.
What number are we on?
5. Right?
Number 5. Okay. Number 5 is Earthbound.
That's
What a
my number
great-
5.
What a great game, dude. Like, just, this game wasn't, we keep talking about it. This game wasn't popular when it came out because people didn't really understand, because people thought it was too weird.
Oh,
You know
it
what I
was
mean?
silly looking too.
Yeah. It was very cartoonish, like very cartoonish. And like, people didn't, you go from, Final Fantasy games, you're fighting dragons and stuff like that, to Earthbound where you're fighting stop signs and policemen and whatever that hula hoop thing is, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was very weird, but the story, man, I'll be honest with you. Earthbound probably has one of the best stories ever still.
It's Earthbound currently today is you can actually go back and play it
Yeah, exactly.
because it's how it is. Like it still can be considered fresh.
Yeah.
Like younger people, they can go back and play this.
Yeah.
Because it just has that, like, it has that, what's the word? Like, it stood the test of time.
Mhm.
It's just one of those kind of games.
It was cool. What was also cool about this game is what they did different is like your life bar, you didn't have a life bar. You had like a rotating hit meter, So like whenever it was kind of like I don't know, when it rolled around. So when you got hit, it would roll around. But if you got a critical hit and it was rolling down still, pretty fast, you had a chance to heal yourself before it got to 0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool.
And this is where you get like other games that came from it, like Stardew Valley and stuff like that. Like a lot of games. That's why you have games that still look like kind of how Earthbound looked.
Yeah.
Today.
And the crazy thing about it is their story is if you go back, it's a very emotional story. You know what I mean? Like if you really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
It's about, death and life and all this other stuff.
Yeah. You're right. All right. What was that number? This was my number 5.
Okay.
So go to your number 4.
All right. Now we're getting into a mishmash of Final Fantasies here. So let me put them in correct order. Final Fantasy 4.
Okay.
This is my next one. This is actually the first one I've actually played this one before I played Final Fantasy for Nintendo.
Okay.
And the story. I mean, it was just a great game, dude. I mean, what can you say? Cecil, Kain. Kain's your favorite character of any Final Fantasy, isn't he?
Yeah, dude, because the Dragoon look from Kain echoed throughout the rest of your Final Fantasy. Every time you had a Dragoon, it looked like fucking Kane's armor.
Yeah, yeah, that was good.
Even, I mean, Final Fantasy 14, they really put an emphasis on how the Dragoon looked in Final Fantasy 14 from Kane's armor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much what it was.
I want to say this wasn't the first RPG I played because that would be Zelda and stuff like that. But this would be like the first turn-based game that I can remember playing. So it took me a little while to get used to it because it was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, because what it came out like 91. So I was like 5
Mhm.
or 6 or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So I grouped mine together for this for number 4. I wanted to go because I consider them all kind of like in that same turn-based golden
Yeah.
age of SquareSoft.
Yeah.
Is 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
All right. Now 5 we didn't get until later. All
Yeah.
right. But 5 really brought you the focus on the job systems, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of like why I wanted to put all those together. So 4, 5, and 6 would be my number 4.
Which is weird because Final Fantasy Tactics in the States really introduced you to it because this game came out in the collector's edition after that.
Yep.
So that was, I didn't really understand what the job system was. Like, why did they have this until I played 5? I was like, oh, okay, so this has been around for a while.
Well, I understood the job system from the first Final Fantasy. They expanded upon it, right? Because you had, you could be a fighter and become a warrior, right? And they kind of had that kind of job system, and you could pick whatever you wanted. As
it was just kind of limited.
Party. Yeah.
You ever seen somebody beat that game with 4 white mages?
No.
That's incredible. Like, there's people out there who do that. You should check it out. I mean, dude. I've learned that these speed runs, like I like to watch the 100% speed runs. I don't like people who do like the glitches and stuff like that, like who try to get to the game as fast as they can, like by exploiting glitches.
Yeah,
I love watching the 100% speed runs because they have to do everything in the game, but they do it at a fast pace. It's incredible, man.
Yeah. All right, Grant.
Number
3.
So number 3. Okay. Number 3 is Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 9 is my third favorite Final Fantasy. Vivi's my favorite character in any of them. I've always loved the black mages, the way they looked. I thought they were cool looking.
Yeah.
But this game really took it back to the fantasy element. After you've had Final Fantasy 7 was kind of like that after you got out the city, you know what I mean? But when you're in the city, it was just all like futuristic stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Final Fantasy 8 was really, floating guild castle or whatever it was. I can't remember all that stuff. But Final Fantasy 9 kind of brought it back to like the OG, medieval time setting, that we all like. And I don't know, dude. I just love the game.
Yeah.
Story's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Grant. My number 3 is Persona 5 Royal, or just Persona 5.
Yeah. I didn't want to put that on there because you'd make fun of me.
What, that you haven't played this game?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? You haven't
Never
played
talk
about. You haven't played.
No,
the game?
no.
So I mean, I would say, all of the last few Personas were awesome too, but this one really, like, just the music and the story, and the character development, the music. I've already said that. But Persona 5 is really one of the best there is. One of the best there is. All right, go ahead, Grant.
Number 2. It's Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 6, I had to put a tie. Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 7. Put them both on there because they're,
Yeah.
But Final Fantasy 6 mainly because, one, Kefka was obviously based on the Joker.
Obviously.
Yeah. And he's probably, him and Sephiroth are still the best villains in any Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put these two on there just because those are tied for my favorite RPGs of all time. And I like this one because the story was so phenomenal for this game. Everybody had every character had a different character arc, so to speak. You know what I mean? Even Umaru had like his little thing, even though he was worthless.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 2.
Yeah, this was great.
You sound very interested. Yeah, good commentary. You sound very interested. Yeah. You ever stop thinking about Clair Obscur. We're almost finished.
No, check. All right, so this is where I kind of had to get at. All right, so my number 2, I also grouped 2 together. All right, because I think they're very equal, very, very close to equal.
Did you put Clair Obscur on already?
No, what are you talking about? My number 2 is both Final Fantasy 7 and Chrono Trigger.
For number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, God, man. All right. I got to hear what your number 1 is so I could blasphemously berate you.
Yeah, so my number 2 is Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, God. Get ready for a tongue lashing, sir.
What are you talking about? I mean, I can justify my number 1. So what are you talking about?
We'll see.
Yeah, I can. Go ahead, Grant.
You're waiting on me. I thought you were pulling up a picture. I was waiting for you to pull up the damn picture.
Right
well, my number 1 is Chrono Trigger. It's the greatest RPG ever made. There is no one better than that. I don't care what you say. There's not an argument you can be made.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, Grant.
It's gonna be some letdown.
What are you talking about? No, man.
7th Saga. That's a good game, though.
What?
7th Saga. That was a good game.
No, Chrono Trigger, I mean, it is king. It was king.
No, it's... Oh, God. Son of a bitch.
The new gold standard of turn-based RPGs is Clair Obscur.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It is now. It is next-gen turn-based, and it's quite possibly the greatest turn-based game of all time.
Is this, hold on, let me ask you a question.
Hot take.
That's fucking flaming. I'm talking about this is the left side of bourbon.
This is the top 10 turn-based RPGs of all time.
Yeah,
this is like the best turn-based game that's out. It is.
This hot take is so flaming. This is like the end of Bourbon Street flaming. Like it's that.
No, but it's truthful. Our top 10
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I don't know.
Best turn-based games of all time.
You have set the bar so fucking high. Like you have no idea what you're doing here. Like you are like setting this bar that's like I don't even know. Like you're basically saying this is the greatest RPG of all time. That's what you're saying.
It is the best turn-based RPG of all time.
Sir, I don't know. I think you're like in the honeymoon phase of like it's kind of like a relationship. This is the best relationship I've ever had.
This is the best turn-based game of all time.
You're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to play this. You have to show your work.
No, because
I gotta have charts.
Is a masterpiece of a game, but you're going off of nostalgia and retro.
Sir, I never asked for the charts and graphs. I got to see the charts and graphs on it. Like I gotta have.
Expedition 33 is the best turn-based game.
I need a full CEO boardroom meeting type of presentation.
There is no game that has the type of storytelling and feeling and emotion that this game has brought so far. I'm telling you right now.
I swear to God, if I play this game and you're wrong, I will never.
Well, first off, the game's probably gonna be too fucking hard for you because you actually have to dodge and parry. You're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck it, I quit."
First of all, have you played? First of all, I
play fucking Pokemon because I'm a fucking loser.
First of all, I want you to play. Look, we're going to talk about hard ass games. First of all, you go play
more games than you.
Okay, well, you have
by far.
You have. I will say that. That is true.
More RPGs than you.
That is true.
By far.
That is true. You've also beat your meat more than me. So anyway,
actually, I don't. Not anymore.
So what we're saying, you know what? we're going to put Elden Ring against a couple games. We're going to play Elden Ring. We're going to hard games. I know.
Against
No, we're talking
what?
about hard
You
against.
talking about Souls-like games?
I want you to play fucking
Elden
Silver
Ring is
Surfer.
still
Silver
good.
Surfer for the NES.
The fuck?
Play that game.
No.
Play Double Dragon 3.
Oh, you're talking about hardest game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been in the trenches. It's like living in South Central playing those games.
Grant.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the challenge. But what you have done,
Grant,
sir,
I've set the bar.
not only did you set the bar, you've nailed it to the ceiling.
Time. It is time for a new king of turn-based RPGs. And I think this is the new king. I think this is the new king.
Dude, I trust your judgment because you are a good judgment of RPG games. You are. You really are. I've always told you that. I can't say I have to play it myself. And you're right. I do have to play it
another
myself.
reason why it's king? Everyone said no one wants fucking turn-based RPG.
No. I get that.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
Everyone said turn-based RPG. No one wants to play it. No one wants to play these fucking games.
Mhm.
There's turn-based RPGs are not fun. They're not interesting. They get boring. Right? This game has revolutionized turn-based RPGs by a mile. And now it's the gold standard. Now, every single fucking company that makes a turn-based RPG, Grant, is going to look at this game and base it off. All future games are going to be based off this, I'd say, design when it comes to turn-based.
Like I said,
This is the compass now. This is the guiding stone, the North Star right now for game developers.
like I said, the North Star. Okay.
I mean, it is now this is how next gen turn-based RPGs are going to look going forward. But hopefully they expand upon it, can continue revolutionize turn-based because this is just the beginning.
Look at you. Look, you done sold Razortooth. Here's the thing is, let me just speak on behalf of Ed. I'm going to say this. Ed is really versed at RPG games, like seriously. And this is no cap, as the kids say. How do you do, fellow kids? No, he really is. So I trust what he says. But to say that it's better than, I have to play it myself before I can agree, before I can chime in. I have to. I just have to. I mean, because it's kind of like, you saying, hey, I found $1 million. I have to see it from myself for me to believe.
I've never played a turn-based RPG with a
you.
sense of discovery, dude.
No, I
You
understand.
get this in this game also.
I get that. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, you have now compared it to the GOAT, sir. Like, you have now compared it to the greatest game of all time. I have to see it for myself. Like, I would literally, listen to me. If I was dying, let me just tell you something. If I was dying and you told me that this was the greatest game of all time, I would literally get out of my hospital bed and play this game just to make sure before I died. I'd have to.
Razortooth, you say, I may have to check this out. I'm a turn-based fan. If you are a turn-based fan, you will check this out.
That's what he's saying.
You're just.
He's right. I mean, he's
out.
right. Listen to what he's saying because he's like I said, he's well versed in it. But
Pair of artists, you're going to be streaming this later, and you're going to probably most likely agree with me. I'm going to go and tell you right now. You're going to play that beginning at the harbor of the main city, and then you're going to land into the beach. And then you're going to just go in a little bit more and see all those scenes and emotional impact. And then you're going to see the world. You're going to see the world map. And you're going to be like, holy fuck.
Sir, you have put your nuts on the table for this game. I mean, you just flopped them out.
He's going to see it. He's streaming it tonight.
You just flopped them out. Okay. Again, I believe I am not doubting what you're saying. But I have to see it for myself.
Hey,
I have to
say it, man.
No, I understand. Hey, dude. I have to see it for myself.
I live in the now, Grant, and the now is fucking Expedition 33.
You sound like one of the characters from Fast and Furious.
Family.
Sounds like a Vin Diesel character over here.
Family.
No, what I'm saying is I believe you. I 100% believe you because you've never been wrong about RPG games. But comparing it to the GOAT, sir, I have to do it for myself. Have to, and I'm going to. You're right. I'm gonna play it. I'm playing it tonight. I believe you. I trust you. I'm going in. I'm going in with it going to be great. Because I mean, here's the thing: is like I trust what you say, but everybody else has said the same thing that is great. But sir, you have now rung the GOAT bell. I have to. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I have to see it for myself. Have to. It's kind of like if you dig up
what I
King
would love
Tut's
to
tomb, you
see?
got to see it for itself, right?
I would love to see
Me finish a game.
to them to take the way you enter battles in Chrono Trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the combo or the tech system and everything like that.
Yeah.
Which, guess what, Grant?
God damn it! They got that shit in here
They
too.
got something very similar to it.
Maybe these guys did their research. Maybe they played these games.
Anyway, oh, dude. Anyway, so I would love to see
Next, you're gonna tell me
something
there's time travel in
Chrono
it.
Trigger mixed. Like, I believe the next Chrono Trigger sequel should be the style when it comes to the way this turn-based is. Except, you know how you enter battles, you don't really go into instance battle, right?
Yeah.
Like you would do in this game. You just see it on the map, right? I like to see it kind of like a battle system with the two mixed.
Okay.
Of how reactive Clair Obscur turn-based is when it comes to dodging and parrying, and how to make skills better by button mashing combo system, right?
Yeah.
I like to see like the two mixed.
Yeah.
I think the next major studio that can do it ought to try that. I think that would be then the next step in turn-based RPGs.
You have sent shockwaves into the podcast verse. We're gonna have to clip this one. This one's going viral. We gotta make this one go viral.
Grant, there is nothing in the fucking. There's nothing there, dude. There's no game right now. That beginning. There is no game that beginning, and then once you leave the port and go on the expedition and land on the fucking beach, there is nothing that has transitioned like that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, it is
I trust
fucking insane.
I believe you.
Like, they get you in emotion. You're like, holy fuck. The dude just lost his, like, fucking love. Like, Infinity War style.
Yeah.
Fucking vanished.
You just snap.
Thanos.
That was a terrible snap.
Anyway, what that?
That was better. That was good. That wouldn't have done nothing to nobody.
And then you land on the beach and they're not done with you, Grant. The fucking developers of this game, they're not fucking done with you. You lost your love, but guess what, buddy? They ain't fucking done with you.
Okay. Well, I'm downloading it tonight and I'm going to play it. Got to see it for myself.
It is fucking raw, dude.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say this right now. As of right this moment, I don't agree with you, but that could change.
Chrono Trigger was made also at Square Enix's pinnacle, just about, right? Yeah. In that area, the mid 90s, right?
Yeah,
mid 90s. That was like their pinnacle, along with Final Fantasy 7. After that, this is a fucking 33 random fucking dudes and girls and just fucking, hey, let's make a turn-based RPG and call it some random fucking name called Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And they gave me this, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they need fucking parades and everything for this game. They do.
Okay. No,
92 on Metacritic is not reflective of the score of this game. This is high 90s should be on mixed reviews, but you got those little fucking things. Oh no, they're not fucking gay enough. The fucking characters they don't got pronouns in this fucking game. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that's their kind of score.
So look,
fucking pronouns and where's the trans people at?
So here's the thing.
No, this is a fantasy world.
Let me just say this,
and that's what they give you.
Let me say this, and you have to respect me when I say this. I agree. I both agree and disagree with your number one. It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat. Until I play it, it's not the best. Till I play it. Because I have to know. No
one gives a Grant. You play like one game every fucking year.
I have to play it. No, I'm not saying I have to play it for me.
You're the fucking gold standard of fucking reviews for turn-based RPGs.
No, what I'm saying is in order for me to agree with you, I have to play.
Go hide behind your little fucking dented up fucking poster.
Because you sent it like that.
I sent it, and you probably UPS straight.
You're probably the one that stepped on it. You're like, here's this poster. Let me step on it real quick.
You allowed UPSS to fucking disrespect you like that.
Who? UPSS? What kind of
USPS? Excuse me. You let the United States Postal Service just disrespect you.
I don't know if they probably sat on it.
Yeah,
They probably use it as like the seat cushion.
All right,
Um,
but yeah, Grant, go ahead and play it, dude.
We'll play it. As of right now, I don't agree with you, but that could
Yeah.
change.
No,
That
you're
could
gonna be
change.
like, oh, I can't dodge a parry, ad.
Please.
I can't. I'm gonna stop playing the game. That's you.
Please.
That's
I
you. Like,
I
oh,
grew
oh shit, I died too much. I'm gonna stop playing. That's you.
I grew up on these Silver Surfer streets, sir.
Okay, did you beat Elden Ring? No.
Got to the end.
So you're gonna go into this game.
It took me 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks
And
to beat
then
that.
you're
on the
going to
horse.
get beat by like the first fucking boss, and like, oh fuck, I'm done. I'm gonna
Nobody-
move over to
Nope.
play some Mega Man.
Nobody. Oh, that'd be tight.
That would be tight, actually. But yeah, dude, just play it.
Hey, what if they made a Clair Obscur Mega Man type game?
What?
You'd play it.
I'll probably play it. All right. Yeah. So anyway, but I got a lot of like honorable mentions. Baldur's Gate 3, fucking Legend of Dragoon. You know, there's so many. They're just hard to make a list like this. All right, Grant. God damn, we're almost at 2 hours, dude. We gotta wrap this up.
It's because you talked about Clair Obscur being number one for 17 hours.
We might have to skip the random game roulette so I can go play.
No, we got to get through. We got to get through this.
Nah,
Everybody's
God,
here for
do
some
we have
education.
to?
Yeah, I know, right? What if they're listening and they gave us Clair Obscur? Oh God, we'd be in for another 45-minute rant. Look, what I would do is if that really happened, I would just log out and let you continue the podcast without me.
All right. Random game roulette. This is where we ask.
What's the odds of it being shitty? What's the odds of it being shitty this week?
Probably 98%.
I don't know. You've got some good energy right now. Maybe this is what we need. Maybe the AI feeds off energy. Because when you asked it last time, you weren't in the best of moods.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up. Let's do random game roulette. I said I can't even talk now.
I hope
it's random game roulette.
I hope it gives you something terrible.
All right. So, random game roulette. This is where we ask AI to give us a random game from any era or any console. And you keep shaking your head, but we might have new listeners, Grant.
That's
Shit.
true. That's true.
All right. So, this is where we ask. What? Fuck, you want to say this?
Go! Fucking go!
This is where we ask AI to give us a random game from any era or any console. Okay. And we either know it and we talk about it, or we learn some video game history. All right.
Is it really history, though?
Yeah, it is. Video game history. A lot of it is. I mean, especially that last game, fucking Environmental Bear or whatever.
Enviro Bear 2000. Where do they get this shit from? You did say random, though.
I did say random.
You said very random. That's the problem.
I'll just put random.
Okay. Maybe give us something more down to earth. No, I kind of enjoy the very random stuff.
Or any console. What was that? You said you enjoy the very random stuff?
I kind of do.
Oh, you kind of do.
Shut up.
All right. A very random game for any era or console.
You ready to get off this podcast so fucking bad? I can see it. You about to pop another nicotine pouch so you can go.
All right. Here we go. Let's ask AI. Okay. Let's see what it gives us. Okay.
Do we know this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think we both do. I think you might. You should. You should, Grant. This was back in mid 90s. All right. Anyway, so let's. What
system?
Super Nintendo.
Okay.
You'll know this game, Grant.
Okay.
You know this game.
Okay.
You know this game, Grant.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
That means it's terrible.
No, it's not. This is actually a classic, dude. This is a good game for us.
I don't trust you.
No, I'm being serious.
Just like I don't trust your number one.
Dude, you're going to love when you see this game, you're going to be like, holy shit, thank God that my Clair Obscur positive aura.
Our last game was Enviro Bear, so I mean, it can't really get worse than that.
No, I mean, this is a positive aura of me talking about Clair Obscur with a positive feel through this podcast that it has now melded into our random game roulette. All right, are you ready for it, Grant? You ain't ready.
I don't know if I am. You're right. I'm probably not because I don't.
You ain't ready for this. You
I'm
ain't
trying to
ready for
reach your
this
poker-
game, Grant.
trying
This
to
is
reach
a
your poker
classic
face.
game. This is a fantastic game on the NES.
God, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's
All
fucking awesome.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I don't think you know.
I don't think I am either, but we're going to see because I don't trust your poker face.
You're not ready, Grant. Are you ready? You ready, Grant? You ready, Grant? Grant.
It's Clair Obscur 33. Oh, this is a good game. You're right. This is a good game. Finally.
The Illusion of Gaia.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. This was an amazing game.
It was good.
I put this one kind of next to your Soul Blazer and
Well, that's because there's
Yeah.
out of 3 games. It was Soul Blazer, Secret of Evermore, and this one. Those are like the 3. Yep. Soul
I don't know
Blazer.
if anyone remembers this from '94.
Great game. You're right.
Fantastic.
Yep. Finally.
All right, so let's get some random facts for everyone.
Yeah, you need some more of that aura all the time. Maybe you should take that aura and go get you a lottery ticket.
Maybe I should. Huh?
Yeah.
Got the
You talk to the clerk
Mega
about-
Billions here in Florida.
Yeah, you can talk to the clerk about Clair
Florida.
Obscur. He's going to look at you like, what are you talking about, sir? Get this drunk out of here. You've been drinking too much. He's on the sauce.
Okay, Grant. Here we go. Some random facts. Let me actually pull this out. There we go.
Look at that. You see that? Look. You see this? Look. Stop.
What?
You see that on the front? Free Nintendo Power Explorer Handbook inside. They don't do that. They don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, they really don't. All right, so Illusion of Illusion of Gaia. Yeah,
You almost said
this is
Illusion
a
of
great
Gaia.
game.
You almost
It's
said Illusion.
considered the second game in a spiritual trilogy by developer Quintet. The other two being Soul Blazer and Terranigma. Remember
Terranigma.
Terranigma? God, that was good too.
That was good.
Man, this fucking
Why did I say Secret of
trifecta.
Evermore?
This was a trifecta. No, Secret of Evermore was your Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
type.
I don't know why I thought
Yeah,
that.
go fucking sit in the corner. Anyway. Soul Blazer and Terranigma. Man, Terranigma was really good.
Soul Blazer.
Yeah, but so anyways, it's a trilogy. Soul Blazer, man. I loved how you remember that little that place that you went in Soul Blazer, which was the like the toy town. You know, you were like big in the little toy area. You remember that?
No,
God,
I remember.
Anyway, it was just.
I remember
cool
the forest.
concept.
I remember the forest. I remember the what's his name's laboratory. But I don't know if I remember. I can't remember.
But
That.
Soul Blazer was, you build the towns after.
Yeah.
doing
Mm-hmm.
A certain.
Yeah,
number of
release
things.
the foxes or whatever or people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. Cool
Yeah.
concept. Anyway, let's go back to this. Real world inspiration. The game's world map is based on Earth, featuring real historical sites like the Great Wall of China, the Nazca Lines, the Angkor Wat, and the Egyptian pyramids.
Hmm.
Yep. Name changes in Japan. The game is called The Illusion of Time, not The Illusion of Gaia. The name change was named for because of the English release. The English version censored or changed certain religious symbols like crosses and toned down some darker references such as human sacrifice. Of course we did. Was this the beginning of the woke movement?
It was.
No leveling up. Unlike typical RPGs, you don't gain experience points. Instead, Will, the main character, grows stronger by finding hidden stat boosts after defeating all enemies in a room. Yep. Transformation mechanics, 2 powerful beings you could turn into, Frieden and Shadow. It had dark themes, bright visuals, heavy topics like death, slavery, starvation, and the meaning of existence. Game was based. All right.
I feel like some purple hair went back in time and was like, we got to take some of the stuff out of the game.
Yeah. The music was composed by Yoshihiro Kawasaki. And the style has a lot in common with the sound. You like how I said that name, huh?
Well, I thought you were from Japan. I thought you, I thought you were Japanese.
I mean, they used to call me some of those.
No, they didn't. No, fuck.
Did I tell you that time I lived in Okinawa?
Yeah, but gather around, kids, for story time with
right.
Okinawa Ed.
The 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐫 limited release. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐫 wasn't as heavily promoted in the West compared to other big NES RPGs like or SNES RPGs like Final Fantasy or Secret of Mana, making it feel more like a hidden gem over time.
It was. It really is.
All right. As usual, we'll go into that gameplay.
I know IGN's got a score. I'm sure it's a really good score.
Oh, they
'cause it should
gotta
be.
have a score. Yeah. Let's get
They do
that
have a score.
gameplay going.
Well, they don't have a score because IGN went around in '94, but they do have a user score, which is about right. They gave it an 8. It's about right. Good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I thought Soul Blazer was better. Terranigma was I would say that was better out of the 3.
You like Terranigma better?
Yeah.
I thought Soul Blazer was my favorite. Soul Blazer was my favorite.
Soul
one.
Blazer was awesome. Don't get me wrong. All right. Anyway, let me share screen. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐫. There it is. Okay. Enix.
Good old regular Enix.
Yep.
Maybe they should split it.
We'll skip forward a little bit.
Click here to make
Oh,
your
God.
very own monster on Adapt.
We got
This
ads.
This is an illusion of Gaia.
It is not. Here, this is play.
You gotta
Did
play it so you can
mine.
skip it.
Where monsters
Skip.
Like how they didn't change any sound effects. It's a good game.
Yep. Good RPG.
Yep.
All right. That was the the ending was crazy. Prepared artist. That was the random game roulette. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐫. Got a good one.
I got a good one.
That Aura.
I know.
Clair Obscur.
I have to go get it. Go get you a lottery ticket.
Or Clair Obscur.
God, I feel your wife's gonna.
Dan, you might just hate play this
I
game
hate
now.
play it. I don't hate play games.
No, you're gonna like
Your
it
wife's
anyway.
gonna call me and be like, "Have you seen my husband?" I'm like, "I talked." You're gonna be buried in a basement playing this game. Remember it?
She was actually watching.
I have
me
a.
play
You
yesterday.
remember Biodome when what's his name? Like the guy, like the doctor got lost at.
Yeah.
No,
Pauly
yeah.
Shore.
But I'm saying like you remember like the doctor how like he was hiding, and he had like that big long beard and stuff. He was eating the parrot. Yeah, that's gonna be you
Oh, yeah.
playing this game. Like you're gonna come out.
My wife actually enjoyed watching
that's
me play
good.
that game. She just liked the.
Well, your
how
wife
the
like
music
our
and story was.
RPG games anyway, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she doesn't like watching me play video games though.
I don't think most women do.
Yeah, but she enjoyed that one.
That's good. So here it is. Oh, see, I told you, #1 game in the world ever. no,
Right,
dude,
I'm talking shit.
dude, I'm
Damn,
not. I
talking
believe
shit.
you. I believe you. I'm gonna have to play it myself.
All right.
What are you doing? All right, dude.
All right, dude. You ready to
All right,
wrap it
guys,
up?
that's the podcast. I'm trying to hold Ed on here for long. All right, guys. So what we're going to talk about next?
Come
All
on.
right, guys. All right. I gotta let him go because he's fiending over there. I can see him fidgeting like a meth head at a meth lab. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all go ahead and hit that follow, subscribe button. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, X. Everything else in between. The audio podcast will be up later. Everybody that came, we appreciate y'all tuning in and conversating with us. If you have a top 10, leave it in the video, comment in the video or any video or DM us or whatever. We'll get it. We'll put it in the queue. Oh God. Ed, you have anything you want to add?
Jesus.
All right.
No,
well,
I
we're going to
don't.
let Ed go. We're going to let Ed go so he can go play his game. We'll see.
Thanks for
All right.
joining, everybody.
We'll see y'all Tuesday. Peace.